something.
Yeah, Sunny.
A lot of offensive firepower this weekend. Mercy rolled 2 out of the 3 games, 39 runs scored. What did you like about your team's performance this weekend against Samford?
I think just the competitiveness of the at-bats and the length of them. Like that was, if we're doing that, that's a tough lineup to work your way through 1 through 9, and they just kind of stacked at-bats after at-bat after at-bat, and that was nice to see.
You finally got a start from Dom. You had to wait a week for
Yes.
it. What did you make of his performance?
I mean, from pitch 1, it looked like he was in complete command of everything that he was doing, and we talked about in our meeting before, like that leadoff hitter's been heck on us the whole weekend, and he punches him out in the first at-bat and kind of set the tone right there that he was ready to go.
How does it feel to be ranked number 3 in the Big 12 standings?
So I'm not even worried about the Big 12 standings yet. We're just worried about FAU. So.
You also had Dom Stagliano come out there as well, match Castellano with the 5 strikeouts. Just what have you seen from the pitching staff over the course of your season, maybe in comparison to last week, that you really liked to see?
Just the command of the stuff. Like you could tell, like Dom was out there commanding three pitches, and the one ball that got out, like he actually located. The guy kind of cheated to it and got to it, and that stuff happens, but he executed pitches on both sides of the plate. Both of them did. Fielded their position. Like that was a complete effort on both their parts.
Estrella with a grand slam last game, another grand slam this one. How happy are you for him?
Oh, because he was struggling early in the spring, and to see him kind of stick with it and just kind of get a little bit of confidence, and you see that like there's not too many 9-hole guys with that kind of power in any league.
Now that you put 3 consecutive games together, none of this cancellations, postponements like last weekend. What are you learning about your team right now?
Just the way they go about it. Like that, I was impressed from the Friday night. Like everybody gets ready to go on a Friday night with the preparation and stuff, but they backed it up with Saturday, and the work pregame today on Sunday was really good. So I think if we stay with that model, we're going to be okay.
I mean, it's early in the season, but sweeping the series and starting off 5-0 is still impressive in its own. How are you going to use these wins to steamroll past the?
Yeah, and I think I'm happy for the wins, but we'll sit down here tomorrow. There's some things base running wise and short game wise that we need to clean up if we want to win the type of games we want to win. I'm very happy about that, but there's some things that they know and we know that we got to clean up if we want to play the level of baseball we want to play.
Coach, you guys have the throwback jersey logo tonight, kind of throwback to when, back to your days when you were player and assistant coach. What does it mean to you to get the win tonight in such a fashion wearing that uniform?
Yeah, and I guess we got these jerseys sometime in the middle of last year. So they were here when I got here unmarked, and B-Hill came up with a great idea to go back to this. This was actually the logo and the jersey we wore for the first game I ever played on this field. So it's an honor to that era of UCF baseball.
Andrew Sundean is obviously one of the better returning players. He had a big performance. What's it like working with Sonny?
Sonny's a different bird, really. Like he's fun. Like he works at it, and he doesn't really get too high or too low, and it's fun. Like last night he hit 3 lasers around the field, and he punched out once, and he walks up to me laughing like, can't get them all. And I'm like, that's Sonny. That's why he's so good.
Do you count on him for leadership, though?
100%. I do, and he does it different ways. There's the captains, and he leads in a different way. Like they know when that guy goes to the plate or he's behind the plate, like he's ready to go.
You got 39 runs today. You only brought Ted Tom back from the previous staff. What was the biggest reason that you kept Tom? What would you say has been his biggest contribution to your staff over the course of this?
Yeah, and I think there's the familiarity with the players, and for him to stick around, because I've worked against him, and he's an unbelievable college baseball coach. He's an absolute pro at coaching all of it, the outfield defense, to the short game, to the base running and the hitting, and the way he fits within our staff. I mean, I couldn't be happier.
Talk about this upcoming schedule. I mean, you played a solid schedule to this point, but it's only getting tougher. You got to go to FAU, you host South Florida, then it's Big 12 play, so you got to get going.
Yeah, and you got to take this operation that we're doing here, and you got to take it on the road and continue what we're doing. Obviously, like I said, a lot of things we need to clean up, but there's some good in there too.
What are some of the things that you may want to clean up? What has poked out to you the most?
Just some of the base running, like you saw it today. Like there's some stuff there. I love the aggressiveness, but sometimes we got to be a little smarter with that stuff and stay within the game plan and the short game stuff. I think it can be a weapon with some of our guys, and we can do it. Is it really a weapon that the other team has to worry about? Probably not yet.
Coach, what's Cole Russo's status with your team?
He's not with us right now, so we're working through that.
Today was Bark in the Park. I don't know if you noticed. I think you're engaged, but a lot of dogs were in the park. Are you a dog guy?
I am, 100%. We got a golden doodle, but she didn't bring him today. So
Okay.
Hamilton Porter from the Sandlot. So that's what.
Oh, that's his name.
Yes.
His name is Hamilton. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Great.
You'll see him in some of the stuff.
Okay.
He's got a shirt.
He's been with your family for a while?
Oh yeah. So we got him when Easton, my oldest, was 1.
Okay.
They don't been a
Time for one or two more questions.
It's been a while since you've been with UCF. How excited are you for the war on I-4 next weekend now that you're the head coach?
Yeah, I mean, that's for the next weekend. I mean, we'll worry about that now. I'm really worried about going down to Boca Raton to play a really good FAU team first.
Yeah, what do you know about FAU? I know obviously you played them, when you've been in the state, so you're very familiar.
Yeah, they're going to play a great style of baseball. Like Coach McCormick's one of the best college baseball coaches in the country. You're going to have your handful if you want to go down there and beat those guys.
What do you think your team learned from the experience of going to Miami and preparation for this week?
Yeah, and that was a tough trip. Like, we left that morning, drove down there, ate at an Olive Garden, like, got dressed on the bus, figured out how to take BP and get used to a field in a hurry, and then go out there and compete, and they did that. So just that we're going to have to do that more than one or two more times, and to go through that process and know, okay, this works, this system works, let's do it again.
Until you do something for the first time for some of these guys, they don't know.
No, they have no idea. They never stopped like halfway and had a lunch together and done those things. You just try not to have them on the bus for 4.5 hours and walk off the bus.
Same Olive Garden, or?
Yeah, it was in Boca. We did stop at the Olive Garden in Boca. Yes, yeah.
Good luck, Charm. I don't know.
I'm going to talk to Morgan about that.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Coach.
it.
Thanks.
All right, have a